welcome to the Local Rose. I thought I would share with you this week one of my most favorite recipes for the holidays, my pear marzipan pie. I took it from a Bon Appetit recipe and I've sort of revised it and tried to make it a little bit more healthy. As you know, I like to be healthy, but once in a while I think it's okay to indulge in some of the great cuisines. These are the ingredients we need for the pie. We put 2 3/4 cup flour into the Cuisinart. Now, one of the reasons why I really like this pie crust is that it's sort of crumbly and it resembles cookie dough, and so it's easy to form later when we start rolling it out. We mix that in our Cuisinart with our marzipan and our butter. So you can take 1 whole stick of butter and just make it semi-soft, sort of cut it up like this in chunks, and then start blending it so the meal is sort of coarse. And then slowly add 5 tablespoons of coconut oil in its sort of solid form. And we will put it into the Cuisinart as it's sort of pulsing. Keep adding this until it starts coming together in sort of like a doughy form. So at this point, I like to add some of the pear nectar, about 2 tablespoons, and it'll help give the dough a little bit of moisture. You can also add a teaspoon of almond extract to sort of bring out the marzipan flavor. So once this is all put together, what we do is we take it and we sort of make it into a big ball, and we take half of it and wrap it in some of the parchment paper, the wax paper. We have 2 sections, one for the top part of the crust and one for the lower part. And then you put it in the refrigerator for a couple hours. You can also put it overnight. And then once that has chilled, we can bring that out and start working on our filling. And the filling is really easy. It's just gonna be our brown sugar, vanilla bean, cardamom, 2 tablespoons of our pear nectar. Now, we can also add a little bit of flour so it sticks to the pear. I prefer to use that rather than cornstarch. And then we take this and we just put it into the pear rolls. Now comes the tricky part. We're going to try to roll out the dough as best we can. And the good thing about this dough is it's very crumbly, so you can always just put it straight onto the pan and sort of start to crumble it up and pinch it into place. I like to crumble it with my hands and then start forming it into a dough. This is also a great recipe to do with your kids because children just love the texture of it and being able to knead it with their fingers. And see, it sort of takes on the shape of the pan. And let me tell you, this crust is truly delicious. Now we have a pretty good version of our crust. We can take our filling and pour it right into that crust. Once we put the pears in there, we're going to get the other wrapped crust and sort of flatten it out with our pin. The good thing about this crust is that it can be sort of a crumble crust, and that's because we use the coconut oil. So now I'm going to add a glaze on the top, whip the egg, and add some sugar. Just use a little bit of it as a glaze for the top. You could use a brush. Of course, I think my daughter has taken mine, so I don't know where it is. But if you have a brush, a cooking brush, that would probably be the best way to put this on the top. So 15 minutes at 400, and then I turn it down to 350 for about 30 minutes. And then we will have a delicious pie. 15-20. Here is our beautiful pear marzipan pie.